Hello everyone, this is Adam. I'm going to be showing you how to make a chibi character really fast. Not going to do anything fancy with it, it won't come out perfect. I actually accidentally skipped a part, but it's not that big of a deal. You should be able to figure out how to do it. I will show you what part. Anyway, here we go. Okay. So I have my mold and a cutting device that I actually took from a for sale sign. Just gonna go ahead and fill that up. Okay, there we go. I purchased this mold and some other molds off Amazon. Thanks to my mother-in-law for the glass cutting board that was accidentally became part of this. I don't know why I said was accidentally, but anyway, there we go. There's the face. Oh, wrong side. There we go. Now, I don't keep just that exact face. I'm going to make some changes. Every time it's a little different, I think, in my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and make some legs. Just condition the clay. Using some blue I mixed together already. It's not really that difficult to get this clay going. This particular figure is Asta from Black Clover, by the way. And I'm using a combination of Primo and Fimo clay. Primo is a Sculpting brand, and Fimo is from Statler, I believe. But it's Fimo Professional. I only use white on this particular one. The rest is all Primo. Oh, and sorry, the face is Super Sculpting. Super Sculpting. Okay, so we got the legs. Go ahead and shape those out how I want them to sit. All right. Now, what I like to do is when I have like just a random chunk of clay, probably a mixture of clay, different projects had leftovers or whatever, I go ahead and make that my body if I'm gonna be covering it with something anyway. So that's what I'm doing here. This is just a mixture. I'm going to cut the bottom and set it on top. So you can see it where I made like the U shape to make legs. So it's sitting. Then I put the body on top. Then I'm going to cut the legs to shape, to size. I'm sorry, to size. Get the correct size here for what we're going to do. Make sure we keep the stability. In the past, I had made figures, chibi figures, that did not want to remain standing or sitting on its own, and that's annoying. So we're going to try to make sure that they stay that way. Okay, so I'm making the little next honestly I'm not sure what I'm making here. Let's take a look for a second. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm making the ankles at this point. At this point I'm making the ankles because on this particular figure they're going to show out of the pants. So I want that to be sticking out like so. Forgive me, this is my first video, so I don't really know what I'm doing. But yeah, you just stick the ankles in there. I use a little bit of liquid Sculpting. You can also use Bacon Bond. I have both. I like the liquid Sculpting a little bit more. I feel like the Bacon Bond doesn't work quite as well. Alright. So now I'm going to go ahead and get this black ready for when I go to use it. I'm going to put it through the pasta machine. Get it conditioned, get it ready to go. So the first thing I'm going to make with it are the shoes. And I'm going to need the black and I'm going to need the white. Now the only thing female professional is the white. So really it doesn't matter too much about the female on this one. It's mostly Sculpey. But I figured I might as well throw it out there. So I'm making the shoes in 3 parts. An ankle part, the actual foot part, and then I'll have the white toe. And that's just the white toe will just be a flat piece. Oh, sorry, a flat piece of white that will go over the shoe right on the toe. Don't do what I do. As I'm watching this, I don't realize it as I do it, but apparently I'm just rubbing clay off the edge of my X-Acto knife with my own finger. No wonder I have about 1,000,000 cuts on my finger. Okay. So I'm just shaping this out, blending the clay a little bit, the 2 pieces. And again, like I said, this is not going to be the best video. I noticed there are some parts that I missed, and one point I just completely left the camera off. Forgot to turn it back on. Oh, there went my wife. She just walked by. You can only see her feet. That was her. There she is again. Okay, and for some reason, I don't know what I touched, I don't know what I did, but now you will notice that the camera has completely changed and we're at a different angle. Hopefully I can fix that in the future. Okay, so this point I'm using the Bacon Bond, not the Liquid Sculpting. Probably because, if I remember correctly, I decided to do that because I didn't really need a heavy hole. To me, the Liquid Sculpting holds better. I mean, it's just liquid clay. Both of them are. Really, they're almost the same thing. So it's more about how it dries than how it holds. And at the same time, the way it dries also matters on how it holds. So the Bacon Bond dries very noticeably. You can see it. You can tell where it's at everywhere. I'm putting it inside an indention that I made in the ankle piece, so it doesn't matter. So that's why I'm using that, saving the others. Okay, so I'm showing you that I put the white Fimo on for the shirt, but I did not show you doing that at all, and I apologize for that. And we just skip straight to making his belt. I believe that is the only part that I forgot. But I'm just cutting it off using the sign. The one disadvantage for the sign is that because it is so thin, I noticed this yesterday. If you accidentally bend it too much, it's done. It's just stuck. It's going to have a bend in it. I can't get this one particular piece back straight, so every time I make a cut, it has a weird cut. Yeah. So, but at Hobby Lobby, they only had the kits for like 14 or 16 bucks, and it had a bunch of different things, and I only needed the one thing, and I refused to give in to corporate greed. Instead, I went to Walmart and almost gave up, and then my wonderful wife found these little sheet metal signs for 98 cents. So if you refuse to pay that, like me, you can temporarily use these. Just the more you use them, the more they're going to bend. And also, I cut myself a couple times with this. I cut myself today, actually, too. And if you put tape on it, it becomes harder to bend it, which is one of the good things about having one of these blades. It's supposed to be bendable so you can do curves easily and things like that. So anyway, I recommend you just get one, but if you can't find one at a decent price, that's an option for you. Alright, so I'm making the belt buckle pieces. I still have difficulties with the small pieces, mainly because my hands shake a lot, but lately they've been doing fairly okay. I was impressed, actually, during this time, looking back at some of this video, how stable I was able to get it. Even though I do use the table a lot as not a guide, but a way to just stabilize my arm. Just fine. I kind of did this wrong, or at least not the way that I originally thought about it in my head. It wasn't really a wrong way, because I was doing this off someone's drawing. This wasn't a tutorial on YouTube. This just someone drew this, put it on, I found it on Google, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to take a 2D image that somebody drew and turn it into a 3D image with the only one side available. And so I made some changes and made it work a little bit better for me. It actually inspired me to do a couple more pieces the same way that had no real image that I was going off of. I mean, of course, they all have chibi images, just about all animes, just about. But sometimes you can go with those, or you can get your ideas with those and then go from there. Okay, so working on the top part of the belt buckle. I don't know about you guys, but my biggest part is the little pieces. Getting it on the tool itself and getting it to stay on the tool the whole way to put it into the spot, whatever spot you want it to go on your figure. A lot of times I'll pick it up and it will just fall off immediately, or I'll get almost there and it falls in a completely wrong spot. And if you're using a certain clay, I'm not going to name any clays, but that's devastating, because then it's just stuck. That's it. You try to move it and it's just there now. Oh, there goes a dog. One of 3 dogs. You could see her completely. She stays wherever the wife goes. The wife. I don't know why I said the wife, but my wife. Yeah, I'm looking at the time and knowing how much time is left on the video. I must have skipped, I guess, the majority of the finishing of this video. Like, I got the body, I got the legs, I got the feet. I'll probably have enough time to do the arms, but let's see, the head there is unfinished. Won't go into how I did the eyes. Oh, well, I remember now. With him, I was going to do water transfer slides. That was my first thought. So I did not do eyes with him. You have to forgive my memory. I did not do eyes because I get nervous with eyes, and I didn't want to ruin it. So he is currently still sitting on my desk with no face whatsoever. And I have these things that are like kind of like stickers, but would use water and transfer them over to just about anything. But since then, I've done several other figures, and I did do the eyes, and I did them a lot better than I normally do. I'm not really sure what I discovered different. I know I started doing them different. I really don't know how to explain it. I'm doing a better video. This is kind of just my test video, but I'm still going to put it out there because there's some stuff that you can see. Just to see how erratic, how crazy it is, how it doesn't make any sense. And please feel free, the people who may have a lot of experience in this, to give me constructive criticism on better ways to do this. I'm sure someone will troll if they see it, but that's not what I'm looking for, obviously. But I will take constructive criticism any day. I don't mind being told that something was a waste of time, or just done completely wrong, whatever. So yep, there it is. That is the final product without the